All right, misfits, let's get to this. We're gonna take and we're gonna get all clean and shaved. Not this though. Nah, not that. I'm talking about that. We're gonna shave these bumper bolts. There's 6 of them all together. There's 1 on each end, and then 4 in the middle that actually hold the bumper on. So we are gonna take and we're gonna shave these bolts. If you're familiar with the S10 bumpers, you can already see that the marker lights have been shaved out. I picked this bumper up from a buddy of mine, and the marker lights had already been shaved out. I did a little bit of body work to get them a little bit smoother, and then painted it, and it's been on there for about a year. But now I think it's time to shave those bolts. I'm tired of looking at them, and I think it'll look better. So anyway, let me get some stuff set up, and we'll start taking off this bumper, and then I'll take it over to the workbench and work on it from there. I think it'll be a little bit easier to do it over here on the table than or on the workbench than on the truck. And all right, so yeah, let's get to this. All right, let's get started on this. Looks like it's a 13. Sorry, I'm trying out a new camera, new to me camera this week. So if it doesn't turn out right, then I don't know. I do got some microphones that I'm gonna reorder, so hopefully they'll be here for the next video. The video following this one. So hopefully, if the sound isn't right on this one, I apologize, y'all. But I'm working on it. I'm working on getting things set up for better quality videos in the future. So a buddy of mine hooked me up with this camera here that I'm using for this right here. So I'm trying it out, and hopefully this works out pretty good for us. So up until now, I've been using my phone, and it works out pretty good, I think. I mean, they've been turning out, the quality's been turning out pretty good on TV, it looks like. So we'll see how this one turns out. I'm pretty excited about it. I gotta find a place to set y'all up. I need one of those. Get one of those magnet deals. First thing I need to do is, since the holes in the frame horns are slotted, I don't know if you can see it, probably not. I need to mark where my bolts are. So let's go ahead and get these lined up as good as we can. I need some light. I can't see diddly in there. I can't see squat. Oh, there we go. Holy smokes. That's charged up good. Alright. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Alright. That looks pretty center there of the bolt. And let's go to this side. Let's go ahead and mark those. Whoever owned this before me, somebody in the past anyway, had replaced this frame horn on this side. So it's not really centered up on this side, as you can tell, like the other. This one been replaced, and it wasn't trued up as good as the factory one was. So, but I mean, I slotted out the holes a little bit more on it. As you can see down here, just so I can get movement all the way from side to side. All right, let's get these bolts out of here. What I do with my wrench. I'm already losing my tools. Damn, I haven't even started. Oh, here we go. Alright, so I think I also got, did I ever, well, I don't think I got everything hooked up on it. Well, I never put the, made it a little easier on myself without knowing. No, there's one on there. There's a little support bar. I don't know if you can see it down here. Goes from the no wait, yeah, there's a bolt I gotta take out. It bolts up to the fender, and that I can't tell what size bolt that is. Hopefully it's 13. Hopefully 13 takes everything out, but I'm thinking that's like a 10. Is that on the other side? Did I ever bolt that up? No, other side's not bolted up. Sweet. All right. Now the not so fun part. If I can get that off. Get on there. wanted to do. Stuff out of the way. Gloves out. And we're gonna take this bottom valance off here. Just make it a little bit easier on myself to just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm gonna do. The part that I got drawn out in black is gonna get cut off. I'm going to cut it right down the middle there, and I'm going to cut it just below the head of that to where what's still showing will set down just below the surface of the bumper. That way I'll have more weld in there to hold these in place. So I'm going to cut it down the middle and then cut it across to that first cut there, and that'll give us a good start there, because what's left there will still be shown on the outside of the bumper. So that'll give us some support there, because whenever I put this in the bumper, I'll spin the nut back on it. It will hold it in place. It'll hold it tight to the bumper. This is what we're looking at. So we got that top part cut off. I'm going to shave that down a little bit more. We'll tack it in on this side over here, and then I'll do that on the back side of the bumper also, after I shave or grind this down a little bit to get down to bare metal. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put the nuts on the back side of these. That way I've got something to hold it in place. This one's going to be a short video this week, y'all. For one, it's cold this week, and the way my work schedule rolls around, I don't have as much time to work on stuff this week. So that's why I decided I'll work on this today, get this knocked out, and make some kind of content for y'all. We'll get this done, and I can probably start editing it in another day or two. It's one of those things that I've been looking at, debating on it, not really liking the way the bolts looked on it, and then I finally decided last night, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna shave them. So all the bolts are in. Let's start hot gluing. I'm gonna take a square, just kind of go over where it could be, if it needs to be, what it needs to have done anyway. Let me say that. That looks pretty good, really. I think we're all right. Good enough. Good enough. And then, of course, he'll get some body filler on it to smooth it out some more. And then I'll go in here and I'll weld some more. Add some more weld into these little crevices there. Get this thing all smoothed out though, and it'll be looking a lot better. Probably silly for me to do this, but I just want to make sure, and I don't want to take a chance of any kind of body filler once I go over there. I don't want the body filler cracking because I didn't weld it all completely smooth or anything, because it's not something I want to redo. I want to do it once, do it right to the best of my ability. Let me say that. I don't know how many times or how much I could stress it. I am not a trained professional. Right, valuable lesson. Do not, and I repeat, do not burp while wearing one of these. Dear God, that was horrible. I do not remember eating that. Woo. Yeah. Alright. So, I'm excited about this. I'm happy with how it turned out. Just help me visualize it. Once it's all painted up and smoothed out the rest of the way. But I am going to like it. And I think I hot glued those bolts on there good enough to where it ain't going nowhere. So yeah. Oh yeah. Woohoo. I'm digging it. I'm digging it, Misfits. I am excited. It was just a short little project. Kind of helped me get some content out, but something I wanted to do. But it was also kind of a spur of the moment. I've been sitting here trying to figure out what I was going to put out next for y'all. And then it hit me. I was like, let's do the bumper. Let's do that. Let's get that thing smoothed out and looking good. Nice freshly shaved front end there. Who don't like that? Anyway. Alright. So I'm going to call this a wrap. Yeah. Folks, I'm stoked about this one. So let me I got a little close on my vise there, though. Have to shave that down too, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna call this one done. I'm gonna call it a wrap. I go back to work tomorrow, so I'm kind of limited on what I can put out for next week. So, anyway, this is done. That's shaved. I'm cold still. It didn't really ever warm up out here too much. But anyway, I'm calling this one done. I'm going to quit rambling on. And I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna have to do for the next video for y'all. So anyway, do me a favor, do all that important YouTube stuff like I keep asking y'all. Hit all them important buttons and share it away. Share, share, share. But importantly, you misfits, y'all be safe. See you next time.